Okay, so my friend asked me recently if I could make a video showing all of the stuff that I use for my journaling, and since I use a lot of stuff, I thought I'd make a video about it that, well, yeah, shows all the stuff that I use for journaling.
What are you talking about?
Anyway, I'm going to divide this into a few parts because I use a lot of different things when I journal. This is my K-pop journal. It's the Leuchtturm 1917. It's all black. I get the dotted version, and this journal has a little sticker of Hob on there. It's a little hobby sticker. It's designed by Your Hobby on Twitter, and it came with the Hope Smiling Soar photo book, and I really love it. And this is my bullet journal, and it has the official Love Yourself Her sticker on it, and it's also just black, the same size, same dotted. Yeah, and this is where I do my weekly spreads. This is where I write down all my to-dos, and yeah. So moving on, I use this in almost every single spread. It's papers. I have this yellow one, and I've got this cardboard, this is just ordinary cardboard, honestly. I also like using paper bags, just because I like the material. And actually today I went to the mall, to this shop called stationery. Anyway, they had a bunch of super pretty paper, and I just couldn't resist, and I had to get a bunch of them. So yeah, you can see it's just like before, it's just cardboard, but it's pretty cardboard, you know. Yeah, and here, if you see my journal videos before, you know that I use these a lot. I just rip them up and put them in there, and this is a spread that I did today, for example, and I used some of my new paper, and you can see it's just glued in there and looks pretty, in my opinion anyway. I mean. So moving on, we have stickers. I have a bunch of stickers here. I have food stickers, and I have a bunch of stickers that I got on eBay, and they're really cheap on eBay. I got BTS stickers, got your basic G-Cook stickers and stuff, all the stuff that you'll need. Got some Gudetama because Gudetama is amazing. Some of that Kumamon stuff. And I also got these stickers, which I really love. I got them in a group order on Twitter. And they're designed by an artist called Dokurim. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And they have a bunch of run episodes, and yeah, I got a bunch of them as well. And they weren't even that expensive, so I'm really happy about that. They're really cute. These are, again, the stickers designed by Your Hobby. They came with the Hope Smiling Soar package, and that's the one that's on my journal. And today, at the same shop that I talked about before, I got these stickers, and they were actually less than €1, and I mean, next up is washi tape. So these are all of the washi tapes that I own. I got these that are kind of like Scotch tape. Is that what you call it? I think. They're not actually washi tape, but I got them from this store called Flying Tiger. Then I got these solid color ones, and I got some gay ones. I got these, which my friend gave me, which I really love a lot. They're so pretty. This is by a brand called Masté. And I actually have quite a few washi tapes by that same brand. This is one I got on eBay. These ones I got from a shop called Butler's. I don't know if you can get them abroad because it's a German shop. And yeah, these are by Masté, which I don't know if you can get them anywhere online, or I don't know because I bought them in the store. It's only the green one with the leaves that I got on eBay. Honestly, whenever I go into a shop that has stationery and I see washi tape, I just get that washi tape, and yeah. So next up, we're talking markers. I have a big collection of Copic markers. I have a lot of the Copic Ciao, and on the one hand it's like this broad felt tip, and the other end is this brush tip. What I think is great about Copic markers is the fact that they come in so many different colors, and when you do like coloring and shading for your drawings, you can actually get such great effects with these. They layer really well, and they don't, like, when you layer felt tip markers and then the page gets all frizzly, it doesn't happen with these. And I don't know how they do it, but it's just such good quality markers. The bad thing about those is though that one, they do bleed through all types of paper. I've tried before and they do bleed through everything. They're also really expensive, and yeah, they're also not that great for calligraphy, honestly. They're just like really good for drawing, especially if you're not experienced with calligraphy. And I started out with calligraphy and I had such problems because I didn't know how to do calligraphy, and I thought it was my fault, but then I figured out that it was just the wrong markers. So sometimes you just use the wrong tools, and getting the right tools will make your life so much easier. So next we're talking about my other brush pens. So now we're talking about the Ecoline brush pens. They're by a brand called Talons, I think, something like that. And I don't know if you can get these online or if you can get them in your country, because I think it's a German brand actually, because it says made in Germany on there. I don't know. I got them in an art store, but they're really great for calligraphy. I love using them. I love writing my headers with them, because when you add pressure onto the brush tip, it actually lets some ink bleed out, and with the lighter colors it actually looks like a watercolor effect kind of, and I think that's really cool. Like, that's just, you can get a watercolor effect without even using watercolor. How cool is that? Next we're talking about the style file markers, and on one end they're just like Copic markers really. On the one end it's this felt tip, the other end is a brush tip, and they're pretty much like a Copic, like fake Copics. They come in a bunch of different colors. They're very pretty. They also bleed through pages. I feel like they're better for calligraphy. If you're experienced with calligraphy, then you will have no problem with these. You will love these. Again, I don't know where you can get them online because I don't shop online for my stationery, but these are really good, and they're also cheaper than Copics. Next, I want to talk about this single Tombow brush pen that I own. It's such a great tool for beginners in calligraphy. The one end is just a typical brush, and the other end is just this thin felt tip. You can do great calligraphy with these, even if you don't know much about calligraphy. Back when I started out, I got this, and it was like heaven, because finally all my calligraphy looked good, and it was really just the tool that I was using. So next, I want to talk about the fine liners that I'm using. This is my thickest one that I use. It's the Geo College Pigment Liner, and I got it in 03. And the great thing about this one is that it's also waterproof. Let's say you have a header done in watercolor, and you want to outline that, then the ink doesn't bleed. Next, I have this Pigma Micron 01. And I got this one on eBay actually. This one is really good. I found that it doesn't dry very quickly, so I didn't like it that much. It was really cheap though, so I wouldn't mind buying it again, honestly. It's very thin, and yeah, well, it was just like a good fine liner, I guess. It wasn't the best ever, but it was pretty good. And now moving on to my favorite fine liner of all time, probably. This is the Faber-Castell Eco Pigment in I got it in 0.1, and this one is also waterproof. This is just such a good fine liner. It lasts forever, basically. Like, I've had this for like 2 years, and I do all my writing with this. I don't know how much ink is in there, but yeah. Also, I don't use ball pens in journaling. I don't use anything but these markers and the fine liners, honestly. For the pictures that I use, I go on We Hearted and type in pictures of the people that I want to get pictures of, and also I use Google Images, just whoever I want to do a spread on. I go and search their name. And yes, sometimes what I do when I do a specific color, for example, let's say I want to do blue. Let's say I want to do a yellow spread, for example. Then I go to Google, I type in yellow aesthetic, and it comes up with all these pretty pictures. And I don't know how you people do it, but this is how I do it. I either go on Tumblr and search like yellow aesthetic, or on Google, and it comes up with the same pictures that I just print out and I cut them out, and that's all I use really. There's nothing else I really use for journaling. So yeah, I really want to thank you for watching this video, and yeah, see you next time around.